Let me start with something that most people won't even consider because it sounds too simple to matter. If you're working from home, grinding every day, putting in the hours, but your income hasn't really moved, it might not be your strategy and it might not be your effort. It might be the space you're sitting in every single day, shaping how you think, how you decide, and how you act. Because most people don't realize this. Thoughtful, your workspace doesn't make money for you, but it can quietly make you worse at making money. And that's harder to notice. I've been there before, working from a cluttered kitchen table, telling myself I just needed more time, more effort, more consistency. But after a while, I had to face something uncomfortable. I was doing a lot, but nothing was really moving. Same hours, same effort, same results. And that's when it clicked. Exhale sharply. I didn't have an effort problem. I had an environmental problem. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 shifts you can make in your workspace that don't magically increase your income, but change how you think and operate. So your actions actually start producing results. And if you stay with me till the end, you'll see why some people can sit in the same room for years and stay stuck, while others change their setup and suddenly start moving. If this hits something for you, subscribe, share this with someone who is working hard but not moving forward, and then join the Destiny Architect Telegram chat, because that's where we go deeper into applying this properly. Now let's break this down. The first shift is your position, where you sit, what you face, and what you are constantly aware of throughout your day. Most people don't think this matters, but it does more than they expect. If your back is exposed, if you can't see what's happening around you, if you are constantly reacting instead of feeling in control, your body stays in a slightly defensive state. And when you are in that state, your decisions change. You play it safe, you hesitate, you avoid moves that require clarity and confidence. So something as simple as placing your desk where you can see your entry point with something solid behind you changes how you feel, and that in turn affects how you decide. This is not about energy in a mystical sense. It's about giving yourself a position from which you can think clearly rather than constantly reacting. Now, the second shift is your physical space. Look at your desk right now, not quickly, but properly. What is sitting there? Old documents, half-finished work, things you've been meaning to deal with but haven't. That doesn't block money directly, but it creates noise. And noise slows decisions. When your space is cluttered, your thinking becomes cluttered. And when your thinking is cluttered, even simple actions feel heavier than they should. So instead of trying to push through it, clear it. Not because it looks nice, but because it removes friction. Because here's the truth, your environment doesn't create your results, but it influences the quality of your actions. And that's where the difference is made. Now, the third shift is something most people ignore completely. Your digital space, your desktop, your inbox, your files. If every time you sit down to work, you spend 10 or 15 minutes just figuring out where things are, switching between tabs, reacting to notifications, you are leaking time and focus without even noticing it. And that compounds. So instead of treating your digital space like an afterthought, organize it, simplify it, make it easy for you to move from decision to action without unnecessary steps in between. Because the easier it is to act, the more likely you are to follow through. Now, the fourth shift, and this is the one most people misunderstand, is how you use your space to support growth. Not by placing random objects and hoping something changes, but by being intentional about what your environment reinforces. If your space constantly reminds you of unfinished work, past failures, or things that didn't move, you carry that into every decision you make. You sit down to work, but mentally you are already doubting, already hesitating, already expecting things not to work. So instead, your space should reflect where you are going, not where you've been. Clean, focused, supportive of the thinking you need to move forward. Because here's the part most people miss. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your environment. So when you put all of this together, your workspace is not just where you work. It is where your decisions are shaped. And over time, those decisions become your results. So here's what I want you to do. After this, don't overcomplicate it. Walk into your workspace. Stand there for a moment and look at it honestly, not emotionally, not defensively, just honestly. Ask yourself whether this space supports the way you need to think and act, or whether it's quietly keeping you in the same pattern. Because if nothing changes in your environment, don't be surprised if nothing changes in your results. If this shifted something for you, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who is working hard but still stuck, and join the Destiny Architect Telegram chat, where we go deeper into how to build this properly rather than talk about it. I'll see